what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
That's the thing about this president. I can do whatever I want.
Say, would you all like to listen to the Ad Odd Show with Nate and Brian? And then come on down in my basement and have a popsicle.
I'd like a popsicle. What's that noise in the back?
U.S. Naval Observatory Master Clock.
I found this.
Eastern Standard Time. 20 hours, 1 minute, 30 seconds.
We were talking about that before the show. When I'm a lot older than Nate and better looking, and I remember we used
How are they going to know when to believe you?
When I'm talking?
If half of the time you lie.
When I'm talking?
You're not a lot older than me.
I'm a lot older. I'm like 30 years older than you.
Yeah.
Now, when we were a kid, we used to be able to call time. It was whatever your local thing was, and it was like 1-2-1-2, whatever. And the lady would come.
That's what you said, and it is not 1-2-1-2. I called it.
No, I know.
It's something very different today.
A porn site, but
very different.
But it would come on. It was still a beautiful woman, and she would go.
How do you know?
At the tone, the time will be 7:59 in 10 seconds. Beep. And then it would be the top of the hour. She goes, at the beep, or no, at the tone, the time will be 8 o'clock.
All right.
Exactly. Beep.
Well,
they still have it, but now you get the Naval Observatory and some guy with a beard and big muscles and a tattoo and sailor bell bottoms and anyways. And he comes out and he says, "Yeah, the time, baby, is anytime you want." Anytime you want.
I wonder if he gets tired of saying the time.
I think
someone's calling it. You know he's been sitting there for 20 years.
No,
we just called him.
They have shifts, but I'll tell you, when he's out at the club and someone says, "Hey, buddy, you got the time?" They get punched right in the face. Bam!
I've got nothing but time. All right, no, this is what I played. What was played during the intro there. I'll play it for you again since apparently you couldn't hear it.
Okay.
That's the thing about this president. I can do whatever I want.
It's not a very good recording.
That's terrible. I thought you were going to play it later.
I did. That's
twice now?
Later. See, the thing about time is it's relative.
And it seems to be linear.
And when any time after right now is actually later.
You're older.
Looking at it from that point in time. No, this was Obama, Dictator Obama, talking about how
I can do what I
want. And it was a joke because he was cutting through the flowers or something. Or
he was going to see some area that the general public couldn't see.
Cutting through the vegetable garden that Michelle planted or something. I don't know what the hell
he was dragging along the French president. Come along, Froggy. Come with me.
Who he's having an affair with. I heard this rumor.
He's... The French president's available now because he broke up with his girlfriend.
Is he? Or I thought he was with Beyonce, is what I heard.
No, I think he's with...
And Michelle.
I think there's three.
Brock with Hillary. I heard.
NSA is listening.
What I heard.
NSA is listening.
Anyway, no, it's telling of how this man really thinks. It was a joke. I can do whatever I want. I'm president. But he really actually
believes that.
And
right.
in fact, he said it. I have a pen. I have a phone.
I'll do what I want.
That's right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's frustrating because people, it's funny. He stepped on the lettuce and said, "I'm president."
What?
That's what happened.
He sat on lettuce?
No, he probably did.
What?
No, he stepped on the lettuce. Where the hell was he? He was walking through some garden.
No. Yeah, he was at some historical site where pay no attention to the fence. The fence there,
I'm sure there was lettuce. I'm sure there was lettuce. There had to be.
If there was, it was covered in snow. Boy. Anyways, today's Thursday, February 13th, 2014, and we are in the back room of the executive order bar and studio. In what country, Nate?
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
That's not right.
No,
that's
it is.
not right.
They all talk like that. Nicaragua. No, they do.
That's horrible. I don't think they do.
I've watched the YouTube videos.
Okay.
That's what they do.
All right.
And we are a call-in show.
Boy, I forgot to spell this out.
I
for
know
you,
it. I'm
didn't
going to have trouble. Help me here. We are. You can contact us at 248-455-ODDS. That's 248-455-ODDS or 248-455-6337. How'd I do?
You did great.
Go USA! Olympics.
I
What?
lost.
You cut me?
No, I lost my little
Prep page?
This. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
There it is.
12 medals as of showtime. We are leading the world in medal counts. We have 4 gold, 2 silver, and 6 bronze. So
No thanks to Shaun White.
We want to. I don't get it.
You wouldn't. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I want to say go Team USA.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff.
You got to support your home country.
We saw a video.
It's all over YouTube.
It's all over YouTube.
Internet too.
The triathlon
That's on the
or whatever
YouTube
they have
now,
where
or
they
that's on the
ski
video.
and then they go shoot at things.
Yeah, I love that.
It-
I love
it-
the biathlon.
It apparently turned violent. Did you see that?
Yeah, there was some. Apparently, the guy was coming up and they shot him, and then there was a rocket launcher.
Yeah, the
and
rocket, and that guy won. He got the gold medal because he had the rocket launcher.
The judges were not going to score him badly. They're like, "Yeah, here it is," and they threw the medal at him. Leave us alone. We surrender.
The Syrian judge, however, wasn't
the French,
intimidated.
That was the French judge.
Where did you get a white towel? What are you doing?
I always carry a white handkerchief. My grandfather says it comes in handy.
French people are funny.
They are.
They also sound like Russians if Brian's trying to imitate them.
Ooh la la! Oh, I'll tell you what. I got to tell you a French story. When I was in Washington,
Please don't. No.
No, I really do. Real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Wife and daughter and I were in Washington D.C. and we were on the bus, the tour bus, and we were up on top. It was a nice spring day, and we were enjoying all the sights. And there was a French group there, and there were like 5 or 6 young kids. They were like 12 to 16, and their parents or chaperones or whatever. And I always thought it was funny because every time, they make fun of French and they laugh and they go, and you think, oh, that's just an exaggeration. I swear to God, everyone from that 12-year-old up to the adult, when they would laugh, they were, my wife and I looked at each other like, oh my God, that's so stereotype, but it's dead on.
And then you laughed in the stereotypical American laugh.
And we spit. Big chaw of tobacco.
I don't know if that's...
Pulled out my flask and my pistol. Fired a couple rounds in the sky.
Well, no. Who doesn't carry a
Sorry.
flask and a pistol?
I don't think any gentleman doesn't.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
Jeez, what are you doing to that dog?
I don't know. I got the
Stop.
I got the lounge dog in my
Nicaraguan dog around
in
here.
my lap here.
What are you doing?
Oh, his name's Charlie, and he's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay, stop that, Charlie.
Yeah.
not that now. Not later.
Well, you talked him up.
Hey, big news for gun rights guys.
Medium news.
No,
I'll
it's
tell
pretty,
you why. It's
pretty big.
It's temporarily big.
And I'll tell you why it's big, because the U.S. Supreme Court is going to listen to a very similar case and determine this. And that's the ability. Well, no, I guess it's a little bit different. But it all ties in.
Very different.
The Supreme Court is going to listen to,
go ahead and
can you
explain your
bear,
nonsense.
does the Second Amendment mean you can bear arms outside your home?
Well, bears can.
Bears have arms, and they can wear them.
Yes, they can. Keep them.
The last
All
two
right,
Supreme Court decisions were, one, it applies to the states, and the other is you have the right to keep guns in your house available for self-defense. You don't have to keep them locked up and all that like they did in D.C., which was what's
Heller?
Heller.
Is that what you're going for?
Heller.
All right. Okay.
Now,
so the difference
they
here,
are going to listen now to another case that's coming up. They've accepted it about whether that right extends outside your home.
Right.
That's a big one. Meanwhile, in California,
San Diego, You boil it down.
But it goes for the whole state of California.
Well, okay, but
it applies to that whole
California.
It's a big state.
It is a fairly large state.
I'd hate to paint it.
Legal self-defense, to boil it down, basically legal self-defense was not a reason to get a concealed pistol license.
I'm going to get in there. It depended on the county you were in. Because in California, every sheriff and every town had the discretion to give concealed pistol licenses. In some counties in Northern California, it was very easy. It was shell issue. You'd go in there, and the sheriff said, no problem.
What was the deal with San Diego?
San Diego said no.
Oh, really?
Because they're very restrictive. And
that's weird. It's weird that I would mention San Diego, and you would say, the entire state.
I'm just saying it varied.
You're just saying exactly what I said.
No. You made it sound like it was the whole state was doing this.
No, I didn't. You made it sound like that. In fact,
but now,
I said San Diego, and you said the entire state.
I meant the decision applies to the entire state.
You can't just mean things.
I can't just mean things.
Stop
How you interpret
things.
what I say is quite different than what the reality is. I just wanted to say that.
That's for sure.
It wasn't draconian throughout the entire state. There were other counties that issued these things to people.
Anyway, what the court said was you can't really do that. Legal self-defense is, in fact, a valid reason to get a concealed pistol license. So they need to make some changes. Now, the problem is there have been other court rulings on similar issues that disagree with this. So that's the problem. While this is a victory, there are other rulings that stand in opposition to this ruling, so it will likely make it to the Supreme Court. Who knows what will happen when it gets there?
Well, that would be great, because then, if it goes to the Supreme Court and they say that having to come up with a good reason to exercise a right is unlawful,
which it is.
It is. That means that all of the may-issue states in this country, and there's a few of them out there, like Hawaii and some other states on the East Coast, where you have to be well connected to get it. It's a may-issue type thing. Mm-hmm. It will have to go to shell issue. So that I hope it does go there, and I hope it rules in our favor. And it all has to happen soon, because Ginsburg is going to retire.
Yep, that was exactly the point I was going to make. Is that we may have a good chance now if it goes there, but next year, the year after, who knows?
Depending on who gets appointed.
Who knows? If it's during Obama's third term, we're not going to have very good luck with an appointee, I don't think. But
I don't think so either.
Now, all of this, I'd like to say thing that I always say.
Well, it also depends on the 2014 elections, because if we can get both houses, then I think Obama will have a more difficult time getting an appointee in there.
Do you think that?
Well, I think it'll be more difficult.
Really?
Generally, the president gets his way throughout history.
When people who generally agree with us, like Rand Paul, think that it is his duty to just approve all presidential nominees, you have a problem. I don't think people really understand what the Constitution says in that, including people like Rand Paul. Unless he clarified that. I haven't heard that he did, but his advise and consent, and he takes that very literally, that you say, that's a bad choice, but here's my consent. I don't really think that that's what was intended. So I don't know. I mean,
well, I'm clinging on to that. The 2014 election, I'm hoping that we can clean house.
After 2016, when we don't have a presidential election and Obama's still the president, what are you going to do then?
Right. And if he gets his way with an appointee, it's going to be 5-4.
Plus, he has a pen and a phone.
Then I hope we don't bring any more Second Amendment issues up before the Supreme Court then.
Yeah. Maybe we could just, once and for all, get rid of things like concealed pistol licenses. That'd be cool.
The problem is...
That would be cool.
The NRA needs to get involved, and they will never...
No. They need the money, so they won't.
Get rid of constitutional carry. They don't support Michigan open carry. We have a story.
Hold on.
What?
They won't ever support constitutional carry.
Right, and they'll do what they can to kill it.
You said get rid of it. Remember
I'm
when
sorry.
you said what I hear from you is very different than blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead. Cabela's, I think, is what you're going to do.
Cry me a river.
With our good friends, the NRA.
You and I went to the Cabela's in Dundee, Michigan, and it was the NRA weekend, and we went and helped man the Michigan open carry table, giving information about the lawful open carry in the state of Michigan. And we had people that were interested, of course. And the problem is that the head honcho for apparently the NRA in Michigan despises open carry. And so when we requested that we have our table up near the front by the NRA table, they said, "Oh, no. You must go back to the bargain bin, into the depths of the bowels of the store, way in the back, and that's where you shall be granted a small space." And we said, "We would love to give free open carry seminars that we've been giving for 5-6 years,
like
all
other
over the
people
state."
are doing.
And they said,
event.
"Oh, no, you will not give any open carry seminars." And it was sad because the only gun groups that were there at the big NRA weekend at Cabela's, which is a big deal, and it has been in the past.
Well, it used to be a big deal.
All there was the NRA table and Michigan Open Carry. There were no other gun groups, no other vendors, no nothing.
I wonder why. Is it that some of the grassroots organizations are catching on that, well, the NRA, maybe they're really not that into freedom?
I don't know what it was.
Maybe they're not.
I mean, there weren't students for concealed carry. There wasn't any of these other groups.
Michigan Gun Owners, Michigan Gun Responsible Gun Owners.
They had no tables there.
Nah, that's not too surprising. Now, the good news is our table was right by the bargain cave, or whatever the hell it's called. We got some good deals on things.
We did.
Yeah, there was a bargain in there.
We had a fully automatic assault rifle that we got for $7.
Yes, we did.
That was unusual.
It was.
We got 1 million rounds of ammunition for $6.
Pure black, too.
So that was a good deal. We were very happy with that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so rush to Cabela's. They had one left when we got out of there. I know.
Right. It's hard to get a fully automatic firearm, let alone one for $6.
For $6. So we're going to take a break, though. Facebook.com/AdOutShow, AdOutShow.com. Brian will. I
will entertain you with more mirth.
Oh, jeez. All right, we'll be right back.
Red State Talk Radio.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom66.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom66.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom66.com. Go to freedom66.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom66.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-1892 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-1892 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-1892. That's 1-800-516-1892. Again, 1-800-516-1892.
Honestly, I don't feel great about my mom living alone. She's growing older and weaker every day.
That's reality when you're in your 70s, but remaining independent is important to her, and I get that. That's why I chose Medical Guardian to ensure her safety. If she falls and can't reach the phone, if there's a fire, or if someone breaks in, she presses one button, help comes rushing, and I am contacted. Accidents and emergencies really do happen. I refuse to risk her safety, and I feel good about choosing Medical Guardian. After all, she's my mom.
Protect your parent and give yourself peace of mind. Call 800-325-1089 for a free brochure. Medical Guardian has no activation fees, equipment costs, or long-term contracts. Be one of the first 50 callers to find out how you can get a free month of service. That's Medical Guardian at 800-325-1089. Ask how you can get a free month of service. 800-325-1089. That's 800-325-1089.
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
This is Barack Obama. I approve this show.
Celebrity voices impersonated. Poorly.
Was that Obama?
I said it was. I don't know.
No, he didn't say it was.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did. He just said, "I'm President Obama, and I approve this
dictator."
show.
He said, "I am king.
I'm king of the what?"
All right. So
what?
Nothing. I'm
Brian.
Again.
That's Nate.
I'm Nate.
Say Nate.
I did.
Say Nate.
Anyway.
Oh.
Once again, I looked through this and I realized that I'm stuck in your show prep garbage again because there's a definite theme here.
You're the technical guy. I do the show prep. If you don't want to get involved in it, then we're going to talk what I want to talk about. And I love to talk about Big Brother, police abuses, how the government is infringing upon our rights. I think that's one of our bailiwicks.
This one.
Bailiwicks?
Yeah.
Bailiwick.
Whatever. This one goes ahead and combines all of those things.
Pretty much.
You have an NSA-type police force.
Yeah. This is in the state of Oregon. Oregon, you're right. I'm sorry. It's Oregon. And it's Portland. Or Portland.
Portland,
depending on where you want to go. Apparently they were doing some data mining with some of their... It's data.
It's data.
You ever watch the Star Trek? It's data.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You ever watch Back to the Future?
Yeah, what do they say?
Gigawatts.
Well, wait a minute. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know why you're laughing.
It's gigawatts. Isn't it?
Anyway, so...
It's Google.
Oregon nightclubs.
No. You're jumping ahead. Sit down. Put your pants back on.
Sometimes I get bored.
Yeah. Good. I'm just going to sit here with a moment of silence. Anyways, apparently some of the local newspapers there said Portland is doing a lot of information. They're collecting data, and they're not supposed to because we got state... I swear to God, I'll get up off this chair.
No, you won't.
I will come over across this table.
You know what?
And
I know
will
I'm safe because there's no way in hell that you're going to
kill
get up.
you. I can't get up. It's so hot.
All right, let's go. Go ahead, data. Just say data.
Excuse me. Data.
Thanks.
Was it? Is that right?
No, I don't know.
There was information they were collecting.
Both are acceptable.
And they stopped doing it because apparently it might be a little illegal. So they said, what we're going to do is we're going to take this $60,000 grant that we got over 3 years to reduce alcohol abuse, and we're going to buy a bunch of ID scanners, and we're going to make all of the local bars in this area, in the old town, And they're going to have to scan everybody's driver's license that comes into this pub. And then they can download the data to us. Now,
I don't see the problem.
We're not even sure that's legal. But they said, oh, it's voluntary. The bars don't have to do it. But Mike Reed says, oh, no, we told them we didn't want to do it, but they really pressured us and said that we should do it, and we really want to do what the police say we want to be, because otherwise they'll close us down and they'll hang out outside our bars and bust all our customers, and we really have to do what the police say, and we're really scared. And so they didn't want to do it, but they forced it on themselves, and the police were saying, Sergeant Pete Simpson said, he said, really, as far as what the bar owners do with that data, really, they're to blame for any broken laws. The police department has nothing to do with it. So not only are they making the people collect this data, now just think about that for a minute. Every person that comes in that bar, they're going to know that Joe Blow came in there. Anyways. So they got 7 or 8 of these in all the bars. So what they're doing is they're standing back and they're saying, through the state, we have to review whether this is legal or not. Now, I hope it's not legal. Oregon's got laws about data mining and how long they can keep information and what they can do with it. But in the meantime, these bars are swiping everybody's driver's license. It comes in there with address, picture. It records their picture, eye color, weight, sexual orientation.
I don't know about that one.
What basketball team they like.
That one for sure. That one's on the back of my driver's license even.
If you're an Oregon donor.
Here's the problem, is that if that's true,
let's say the chief of police. Wait a minute. Let's say the chief of police needs a kidney.
Still, in fact, scanning IDs. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, you were talking like an idiot.
What's your question?
Why are the bars doing this is essentially my question. What I'm saying,
they were bullied into doing it.
You said they're still doing it. I understand. They started doing it, whatever. They're afraid of the state. Maybe that's the time to stand up. Or everybody else in the community stand up and actually say something about how this is wrong. And have the back of these people.
If you only knew how stupid people are.
Oh,
that's another video where
I know
this guy was, I don't even want to get into it because that's another show.
But
people are just stupid and going, yeah, well, if it makes us safer, that's all we care about. Really, we want to be safer.
I just want to be safe.
Let's move on. Anyways, it really pisses me off that the Oregon, Portland police are doing this, forcing the bars to collect data. I would tell them to put it where the sun don't shine. And sun.
Oh, yeah, you're
soon.
Right. Soon.
And the problem is, then the cops harass the bar owners, and they're really in a tough position, and that's the problem with this country and police powers. So we'll see. Hopefully that they will have a powwow on this and say, no, this is illegal. We can't do that. All right, let's move on.
You know what you shouldn't do?
What?
Throw your trash on the ground, and especially don't do it 3 times in Illinois.
It's just littering. It's not a big deal.
In Illinois,
it's like
it
a
is
civil
just
infraction.
Littering. 3rd time, felony.
Ooh, deny rights by making people felons. What? I think that's what it's doing.
I'm going to start deleting these out of here.
No, anyways, I'm going to read a quote by Ayn Rand, or Iron Butterfly, one of the two. Ayn Rand was a very bright woman. And I think this is very true, and I love this statement because it really surmises what the government loves to do in a totalitarian government that we're approaching. And I don't care what you say, we really, really are. She wrote in Atlas Shrugged. Now, this is a fictional book, but there's a lot.
It's really big, too.
It's really thick, and it's hard. They have it on. They have it on audio.
There's also a movie.
Yeah, but the movie's not as good as
That's
the book.
what I heard.
Read the book.
It's just so big.
Now, this is the bad guy and the government guy telling the protagonist in the movie who is trying to fight back against the government. And he says this. He says, There's no way to rule innocent men. The only power any government has is the power to crack down on criminals. Well, when there aren't enough criminals, one makes them. One declares so many things to be a crime that it becomes impossible for men to live without breaking laws. And that's the game.
And even without this Illinois law,
listen,
third offense of littering being a felony.
Class
we
4
still
felony.
Live in this.
You
Can you
lose
shut
your-
up a minute?
you lose your gun
You're
rights.
really annoying me tonight. I'm going to hit you with these Cheetos. And it's not even in a bag. It's in a big tub. Look at this.
Well, if you do the whole tub, it's going to hurt. If you do individual Cheetos, not so
It
much.
would be like heaven.
Go ahead. Throw Cheetos. I'm kind of hungry. I'm sorry. I'm going to be quiet now.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, you were going to say something. No. Even if...
No, I don't even know what I was saying.
That was a big Cheeto. Ow! That was another big Cheeto. Stop it. Stop it. You were going to say something. I'm sorry. The first conviction... Oh, damn it. That was right in the nose. Oh, those are pretty good.
They're like 3 years old. They've been
I know. They're a little dry now in the back of the throat.
All right, go ahead. First conviction.
The thing is...
Well, actually...
First conviction.
It's not even a civil infraction.
It's a damn misdemeanor.
Class B misdemeanor.
$1,500 fine and 180 days in jail, my man. Second conviction. Just short of a year because they don't want to put you in prison. 365 days or 4 days.
364, yeah.
364 days in prison. $2,500 fine. Third time you litter, $25,000 fine and 1 to 3 years in prison. You're a felony. You lose your gun rights. Now, a Class 4 felony is the same classification as aggravated assault and stalking. So if I throw my cigarette butt, I don't smoke, so I would never, ever do this. But if I throw my cigarette butt, which is another story I had in Maryland, by the way, threw a cigarette butt out the window, the third time, baby, I lose my gun rights. And that's what they're talking about. There's no way to rule innocent men. We want to make everybody criminals so that we can control every aspect of their life and take their gun rights away. Alice's Restaurant comes to mind.
Oh, my God.
with Arlo Guthrie. He litters. He gets out of going to Vietnam because he's got a criminal conviction on his case for littering. But it wasn't a felony. It wasn't in Illinois. It was in Connecticut or somewhere. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. We're going to take a break, and then
Damn it!
Maybe Brian will stop talking at some point. We'll be right back.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-1892 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-1892 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-1892. That's 1-800-516-1892. Again, 1-800-516-1892.
Are you frustrated with your current job, not making the type of money that you know you are worth? Is it time for a change? Start earning money working from home with Autopilot Marketing. Go to income28.com now. That's income, the number 28.com. Take our free video tour today and start earning money as early as next week. Go to income28.com. That's income, the number 28.com.
Honestly, I don't feel great about my mom living alone. She's growing older and weaker every day. That's reality when you're in your 70s, but remaining independent is important to her, and I get that. That's why I chose Medical Guardian to ensure her safety. If she falls and can't reach the phone, if there's a fire, or if someone breaks in, she presses one button, help comes rushing, and I am contacted. Accidents and emergencies really do happen. I refuse to risk her safety, and I feel good about choosing Medical Guardian. After all, she's my mom.
Protect your parent and give yourself peace of mind. Call 800-325-1089 for a free brochure. Medical Guardian has no activation fees, equipment costs, or long-term contracts. Be one of the first 50 callers to find out how you can get a free month of service. That's Medical Guardian at 800-325-1089. Ask how you can get a free month of service. 800-325-1089. That's 800-325-1089.
Guns. You know what that's from?
No, I
don't. My cousin was in this movie. My cousin was in this movie, RoboCop, the first one, the original one, the only one, the best one.
I don't think anybody actually heard what you played because you screwed things up again. But no, that's all right. That's all right. You're doing all right.
Everything good? You feeling okay? Would you like a soda? Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Donna Jane Watts was on a routine patrol early one morning when a Miami police car whizzed by at 120 miles an hour. With no lights on, right? He was just going by because Dunkin' Donuts was having a sale. Even with their blue lights on and the siren blaze.
I have a story about that.
It took Watts more than 7 minutes to pull this speeder over. So here's a cop in a cop car going 120 miles an hour with no siren, no flashers, which is against the law, I think, in every jurisdiction. They have to, if they're going to exceed the speed limit, they have to have their emergency stuff
warn people.
So she gives the guy a ticket, and everybody goes, boo. Again, she's a Florida Highway Patrol officer.
Well, there's that blue line, right?
Miami
You're not
police.
allowed to cross that blue line.
You shouldn't cross the blue line. 120, she's like, you know, if you were going 85, 90.
Could have just given her a warning.
100, 115, I'd let you go, but you were going 120.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
So what
I
did,
to jail for that.
because you were going 120, which I thought was unsafe. So what I did
is
I went
130
to catch up
with
to you.
Yeah,
and it made everybody safer.
She had her lights and sirens on.
Oh, come on.
So that makes it all.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, since then she's gotten a lot of harassment, and she's filed a lawsuit, not for the harassment, but she found out that 88 different law enforcement officers from 25 different jurisdictions accessed her driver's license information after this. Now, I know in Michigan, we have what we call the lean data source, where they can go in and, you know, put your name and birth date, and it comes back with a criminal record and address and all kinds of good information. Yep. But they're only supposed to access that for official business, right?
Yeah.
In other words, if you want to look up your ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, or, you know, the guy that's dating your daughter, you want to do a background check or whatever, you're really not supposed to use that system. Official business only. 88 cops, 25 different agencies did it. She found that out, and she's suing. And it's a $2,500 fine to do this illegally. So she's looking at getting $500,000 if it goes through. Now, you know, I wouldn't normally care too much because this is cop-on-cop type of stuff. But it's a privacy issue.
Yeah,
because what they want to do in Florida, now listen, let me stop, is they want to change.
Yes, please let me
stop
let you
it.
stop.
Let me talk. You never let me talk.
Oh, okay.
It's a privacy issue for the ordinary citizen, right? They're contemplating changing the law to say that, well, police officers can access this information and have no penalty for doing it, which I think is wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. I mean, something like if you witness an accident and the local police decide they want to harass you. No, listen to me.
How long are you going to hold on to that?
Forever.
The local police, manhandled you.
There's a Cheeto on your shirt.
Raped you in
Look,
prison.
Here's the problem: is that you normally wouldn't care about this sort of thing because it's cop on cop, and I don't know that you really believe that.
What?
If there's a cop violating the rights of another cop, that's just as wrong as a cop or anybody violating anybody's rights.
I find that disgusting. I know.
Okay.
You caught me.
I know I did. I know.
I think they have just about the same rights as we do.
It's close.
It's very close. Anyways, I think that's wrong. I hope they win, and I hope Florida doesn't change their law and let cops access information that no one else can unless it's official business.
Yeah. Now, Pensacola, Florida, they have some laws that they could change. Like this ordinance that they enacted that makes it illegal to cover yourself up if you're outside with blankets, cardboard, anything like that.
It's supposed to be for like homeless people that have a poor little blanket. Now, this winter, they really need it because it's like 10 degrees in Florida. But
yeah, and
they made it a violation to use a blanket, cardboard, or newspaper to cover yourself up. So if you're out on the beach and you're laying on your blanket and it gets a little chilly and you pull it up over yourself, you can be in violation of this law. Well, are they going to arrest you?
Only if you look homeless.
Right. Also, you can't use a public restroom to wash your face.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you can wash your hands because you touched your, little, what you call it there. But if you wash your face, you went a step too far.
Never mind.
What? You cannot wash your face in a public restroom. You can't panhandle, which I thought there were some court decisions on that.
I certainly know
that you can panhandle. That's freedom of speech. You can ask people for money.
Definitely municipalities in Michigan that have had to change ordinances because of that.
And camping. You can't camp. I don't know what that means. But
camping's illegal in a lot of places.
Yeah, but I don't know what camping is.
Well, of course you don't. Most people do know what camping is.
If I fall asleep, at the beach, am I camping?
Only if there's a tent.
Only if I have a blanket over myself and I wash my face in the restroom.
So what is this about? Because they're saying, well, just go to a shelter.
That's that they're saying.
Just go to a shelter.
We want to get the homeless off the street because it looks bad.
There you go. That's it. I mean, you hit on it.
But the problem is there are no shelters in Pensacola, Florida.
Right.
They have to go to a county.
And the ones in the surrounding area, you can go there, but only a few days unless you try to clean up. And what homeless person wants to clean up getting in a drug abuse assistance program?
No. You can only stay there 3 days a month.
Yeah.
Unless you enroll in their Christian drug, alcohol abuse.
Okay.
No, that was part of it.
Oh, I'm sure
that you had to.
But come on, so you're talking about a church? That's a different story. We're talking about private organizations.
Well, a church is a private organization. What I'm saying is you had to enroll. You had to enroll in a drug, alcohol abuse program. Now, the thing is, what if you're out of your job and you're not on alcohol and you're not on drugs? You still have to sign up for that in order to stay in these shelters? Come on. There's basic human rights that we all have. One of those is to keep warm.
You need to be careful because it sounds like you're talking down on the shelters. And if they're private organizations, they can require anything they want to let people stay in there. There's nothing wrong with them requiring people, if you want to sleep on my couch, you're going to go
through
this
hop
program.
on one leg
That's
for 20
fine.
seconds.
The problem is Pensacola, what they're trying to do is get these homeless people out of there because they don't want to take care of them and they don't think it looks nice.
Right.
And they want them, they know that there's nowhere else for them to go, so what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to become dependent on the government to take care of them, whether it's Pensacola, the state of Florida, the United States government. It doesn't matter.
And I don't know what the penalty is for this, but if it's to go to jail, at least they get a blanket.
Yeah, well,
they can wash their face and they get something to eat. If it's a citation, what the hell does that do? They're not going to pay it.
It's probably a free house. You get a house.
Not in Pensacola, though.
No, of course not.
You have basic human right to keep warm, to protect yourself from the elements, and to bathe, I would think, So that's a bunch of crap.
It is.
You know what I heard? I heard that
But it's not unique. It's not very unique anyway.
I swear to God.
I mean, it's a
there
little.
There are no gradations of uniqueness.
It's a little unique.
Something is unique or it's not.
It's a little unique.
It can be rare. It can be uncommon.
You could not
but
be
it's
more wrong
not
about
unique.
That. You could not be more wrong.
Oh, more wrong. There's no gradations of wrong. You're either wrong or you're not.
It's wrong to call a tomato a fruit. It's more wrong to call it a suspension bridge.
That's true. And it's right or wrong to call the Tea Party racist.
Oh, geez. Well, it depends on who you are. If you're a liberal, it's absolutely right because you know for sure they're racist.
And if you're conservative, you wouldn't call it. Well, there are some conservatives that don't like the Tea Party.
Are there?
Yes, there are.
Name one.
The mainstream Republicans have a problem with some of the Tea Party people.
Okay. Now,
maybe you haven't been watching the news.
Maybe you don't know the difference between mainstream Republican and conservative. Let's not get those things mixed up.
Is this a bar or not? I need a drink.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, well, let's listen to some people being asked about the Tea Party being racist.
By who?
And this is, of course, I don't know.
Oh, let me look it up here on the prep page because
right.
I'm so. This is David Webb. You said he was doctor?
No, I said if you just say doctor, it makes it sound more credible.
Not. David Webb, Fox
what
News,
said.
Man on the Street interviews about Tea Party people.
Do you think the Tea Party's racist?
Yes. Yes.
Can you give me some examples? Can you give me an example now of how the Tea Party's racist?
No, because I'm not thinking about them right now.
Not thinking about it.
Let's see.
I think they're racist against blacks, Hispanics. I think they're racist
What's an
against
example?
Women.
What have they done?
Things they say about abortions.
It's their reaction to us having a black president that makes them racist.
Come here, you're very. Is the Tea Party racist? And can we give him examples of how the Tea Party...
Can you give me an example right now how the Tea Party's racist?
I suppose the thing that... I actually can't talk.
Actually, I can't talk.
Can't talk.
I don't know what you want me to say. They are.
Yeah, they just are. You don't need any more evidence than that.
They just are racist.
We're going to take a really quick break. What we'll do, we'll get back. He went on and he asked people, how's Obama doing for the black people?
Good.
He's doing great.
I want to mention before we go that David is black. Not that it matters.
We'll be right back.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-1892 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-1892 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-1892. That's 1-800-516-1892. Again, 1-800-516-1892.
Are you frustrated with your current job, not making the type of money that you know you are worth? Is it time for a change? Start earning money working from home with Autopilot Marketing. Go to income28.com now. That's income, the number 28.com. Take our free video tour today and start earning money as early as next week. Go to income28.com. That's income, the number 28.com.
Honestly, I don't feel great about my mom living alone. She's growing older and weaker every day. That's reality when you're in your 70s, but remaining independent is important to her, and I get that. That's why I chose Medical Guardian to ensure her safety. If she falls and can't reach the phone, if there's a fire, or if someone breaks in, she presses one button, help comes rushing, and I am contacted. Accidents and emergencies really do happen. I refuse to risk her safety, and I feel good about choosing Medical Guardian. After all, she's my mom.
Protect your parent and give yourself peace of mind. Call 800-325-1089 for a free brochure. Medical Guardian has no activation fees, equipment costs, or long-term contracts. Be one of the first 50 callers to find out how you can get a free month of service. That's Medical Guardian at 800-325-1089. Ask how you can get a free month of service. 800-325-1089. That's 800-325-1089.
And you're listening to At Odds with Brian and
Nate.
Who are you?
I'm Nate. You woke up the studio dog.
I'm Brian. Yeah, the studio dog's just fine.
God. He's better than Reagan.
I did get a cocktail though from the waitress. That was nice. Thank you, Sally. That was great. She's a Nicaraguan Sally. We're going to listen to some more sound bites from our friend David. Now he's asked, "How's Obama doing? He's doing good.
Hasn't he failed the black people?
He's doing good, isn't he? How's okay?"
Black unemployment's about double the national rate, and that's a real tragedy. Are you frustrated with President Obama? Do you think he's failed?
No. I think he's tried, and I think that Congress has failed.
Didn't he promise us more? Has he failed?
I don't think so. He's working real hard. The Republicans are trying to keep him from moving forward.
Do you think President Obama has failed the black community?
No. I think Republicans have failed. I think the Congress has failed.
Okay.
They have not done their job.
I mean, that might be true. That might also be true, but, I mean, they're not the ones that promised everything that Obama has promised and then not
delivered,
pulled through.
It's Congress.
But, I mean, that's just the delusion of the left, is that he's perfect, it's everybody else's fault, Tea Party's racist. If you disagree with Obama, you're racist.
David,
because what you do, if you disagree with Obama, you're disagreeing with his black half.
Boy, I hate that. I hate that. You know, David also said later on, we don't have that, but he said that he talked to a lot of people and they were unaware that Congress was divided into two houses.
That it wasn't one single entity.
Yeah, that there was actually split. There was a Republican and Democrat, and there was
it's hard. It's hard.
Back and forth.
Look,
what?
It's the first article in the Constitution. It's tough to get that far into the Constitution. It's such a big document. And to get into essentially the first chapter of it, to learn about the two houses of Congress.
I didn't know it had chapters. There's the House of Representatives,
really
and there's the Senate,
annoying me for
right?
some reason.
I always annoy you.
Well, it's extra annoying.
Extra special tonight?
It is. Yeah, you're extra special. All right, let's talk about microstamping.
Is it because I'm not wearing pants?
We just have a couple minutes left. That's not special at all.
That's pretty typical, isn't it?
All right, go. Microstamping. Hurry up.
Yeah, microstamping. The California state government passed a law that every new gun now has to have a microstamp. And what is that? That's some kind of identifying serial number that imprints the serial number onto the cartridge, right?
Yep.
So when you fire it, the casing will have some kind of identifying mark that relates that casing was fired from this gun.
Right.
Millions and millions and millions of guns, right? The problem is that we don't have the technology, even though the state government said, we do have the technology. There's no economical way for manufacturers to produce these firearms with a firing pin that is unique.
Yep.
In other words, 0000001, 0000002, that will be able to put that onto the small, very small surface area of a firing pin that will then tap it into the primer of a cartridge. Now, that technology does not exist. So a lot of companies, Smith & Wesson, Ruger, said, we're not going to sell guns in California, which is exactly
can't. Yeah, that was
exactly
the point.
what they wanted to do. The cons are it's very, very expensive, but the thing is it doesn't work because if I buy a gun that has that, I can change the firing pin out in, I don't know, a minute and a half.
You could also use a revolver and not leave your shell casings at the scene of the murder.
And you can use a revolver. People use reloads. So if I'm firing at a range and my shells are going out, it has my number on all those casings. Somebody can come in, pick up all those casings, reload them, use them in crimes. The police find it. It goes back to me. I was never even there. And how does that make us safer? How does that solve crime?
It's going to be crazy when, like they want, gun manufacturers stop selling guns in California because they can't. But people are still murdered with firearms in California. It's going to be crazy how that's going to work.
So I think it's unconstitutional because the requirements to implement this are impossible to meet. It's a gun ban.
It's a ban.
Pure and simple.
It's for sure a ban. We are out of time, though. Head over to addoddshow.com, facebook.com/addoddshow.
Like us, love us, hate us, kiss us.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.